If you're like me, you finished Arcane and was like, fear not, a tweet from the official Arcane account just announced that Season 2 is in production, but to tide us over until then, I've compiled as many Easter eggs that I could find from Season 1, and there are a lot. So lock in your champion, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you haven't seen my full Season 1 video with theories on Season 2, I've left a link to it in the description below. Starting with Episode 1, the song that plays at the very beginning makes reference to rivers and towers, both key map elements found in the League of Legends video game. Check out these cupcakes found on the rooftop of Piltover, which look a lot like the ones found in Bittersweet Lulu's skin. Cupcakes can also be found in the final dinner banquet scene, as well as what Vi calls Caitlyn in Episode 5.
You're hot, Cupcake.
Even crazier, if you play as Vi in the game and dodge Caitlyn's ultimate, you're treated with this special interaction.
Nice shot, Cupcake.
Speaking of Vi, she's the first real champion that we see in the show, unless you count Vander, who's likely to become Warwick in Season 2. If you want to know a little bit more about that, check out my Season 1 video. As Powder escapes, you'll see these small Teemo mushrooms as graffiti on the side of some of the houses. Check out this shot from one of Piltover's town squares. Here you can make out the statue known as the Runeterra Incognium. It was created by a scientist named Zindello, but he disappeared before this device could perform its real function, which was to find anyone in Runeterra. Now it kinda just sits there as a statue, kinda like me at Thanksgiving dinner. Down in the underground, the area where Vi and the gang live is called the Lanes, referring to the 3 lanes you'll find in League. Here we'll be introduced to 2 more champions, Echo and Singed. At least this Singed is before he gets his face all burned in a shimmer explosion that happens in Episode 3. Buried in the market are these Easter egg looking eggs. I wonder if they have anything to do with the Teemo Easter Bunny skin. You can also make out a stone elemental creature known as a Krug from Legends of Runeterra. In Benzo's shop you'll see Rabadon's death cap, an item from the game, and over here you can see some items that have since been removed, like the Eye of Ascension, Leandri's Torment, and Haunting Guise. I wasn't sure what the mask on the left was, so if you know, please leave a comment. And as Echo leaves the shop, take a look at what's over the doorframe. Yep, Mordekaiser's helm. Episode 2 sees the use of teleportation, a major component of the League of Legends game. Other than this scene, we don't really see it utilized that much. It's here we meet young Jace. Now there's a lot of speculation around who saved Jace and his mother. The dominant theory out there is that it's Rise, who is on a mission to collect world runes. We also see these rune markings on his fingers, but you might be asking yourself, I thought Rise's skin color was blue. Actually, there is a Rise skin called Young Rise, which shows him in his human form, and this is more in line with what we see on the show. But back to Jace. His father ran the Talus Hammer business, which explains his iconic weapon, which will later be imbued with Hex Tech. And there's Heimerdinger, whose assistant is another champion, Victor. And check out this cool Teemo video game in Vander's hideout. There also appears to be a Gangplank-inspired shooting range. And I'm not sure if these statues are supposed to be Cassiopeia, whatever. In this family portrait of the Kiramans, you can see Caitlyn started shooting at a young age, holding this rifle. In Episode 3, amongst a collection of Jinx's things, we can see Vi's full name, Violet. This can also be seen in Episode 6 in the rubble of their hideout. In the back, you can make out these 2 colored wings, a reference to Star Guardian Jinx. Check out these shimmer barrels where you can make out Gragas's image. On Progress Day, we see this undersea helmet, and I just get total Nautilus vibes. We also get a demonstration of the Hex Claw, which will later become a key component of Victor's gear. Later, we'll see Jason Heimerdinger admiring the statue of Stanwyck Bedidley. He was a former professor who, in LOL lore, resurrected Urgot and stole credit away from Victor for his work in creating Blitzcrank. Now, I thought this was kind of interesting. This is a fish-like character we see. Now, I know Fizz is supposed to be an amphibious Yordle, but I wonder if this is the same species or something else entirely. Now, this one might be a bit of a stretch. At first, I thought this was Nasus, the shape of the head, the golden green colors, and the Eye of Horus Egyptian-like symbol on his hands. This eye is called the Eye of Zon in Runeterra lore and can be seen later on in Episode 6. Nasus was considered a demigod by the Sharema, and here you can see a bunch of people holding what appears to be eyes worshipping him. Again, it doesn't really look like him, but someone related to the Sharema people, Zuyan, who is known as one of the Ascended who took the form of a turtle. And this could totally be coincidence, but a few seconds later we see a crocodile giving me total total Renekton vibes, and Renekton is the brother of Nasus. We also see a man's back being tattooed with the symbol for a pentakill. Check out this wooden rhino here in Jinx's hideout. It resembles the same rhino found in the Get Jinxed music video. While in the brothel, we see these two unknown individuals wearing kindred masks. And behind this absolutely sexy yordle is a mask of Blood Moon Twisted Fate. When Vi is walking through the underground, an Imagine Dragons song plays with the actual band animated. Topside, we have an almost operatic-like performance in the style of the Freljord. In the Runeterra universe, the Freljord takes inspiration from Norse mythology. Caitlyn's truth card here looks like some sort of vampire. At first I thought it could be Vladimir, but it's probably just Silco considering where the pin is pointing to on the map. In the next episode where she goes hunting with Grayson, her bullets are engraved with her family's crest. At an underground food stand, we get this delicious creature which looks like it could be related to Gromp, one of the jungle creatures in League of Legends. In Marcus's daughter's room, we get a brief look at one of her books which contains a bunch of Teemos. Caitlyn finds this Shimmer addict who you may recognize as Huck, the man Vander saved from those two thugs in episode 1. In episode 6, we see Medarda painting something. This turns out to be the Immortal Bastion, which is under control of the Noxus Empire where she hails from, and another little Teemo here at the Firelight space. This is pretty funny, but a lot of people have been saying this looks like an Among Us character. Pretty sus if you ask me. The beginning of episode 7 has this stylized intro featuring the Firelights. Check out this letter Z, which kinda looks like an hourglass. Interesting since Echo's Z drive has the ability to reverse time. This Z drive is seen later on, but it's never had a power source quite like one of these gemstones, so it'll be interesting how this comes into play in season 2. Check out these mechanical dragonflies on Jinx's table. She actually stole these from the Progress Day Festival in episode 4, and they'll go on to be engineered as bombs in the bridge bombing scene of episode 7. Speaking of that bridge, when Jinx arrives, she hums the same song that played at the beginning of episode 1 where her parents died. With the arrival of Mel's mother, Ambessa Medarda, we learn Mel's brother has died. This is likely Jay Medarda, who can be found in the Legends of Runeterra card game. When Silco drinks underneath the statue of Vander, we can see Echo's name etched there. The Zonites like creating memorials and paying homage to the dead, as referenced here along the bridge and at the Firelight base. Okay, I gotta put this in here. It's not really an Easter egg, but I love Sky's signature. In the final episode, we see Singed holding a pocket watch which may be of his daughter Oriana. I get more in depth with this in my season 1 ending explain video. At the dinner banquet, Vi is given a makeshift music box by Jinx, the same music box Powder stole from Jace's shop in episode 1. Jinx's Rocket Fishbones looks quite similar to one of the pillows found in the Last Drop's basement in that same episode. Now I'm sure there are more Easter eggs out there. If I've left something out, please leave a comment and let me know what you thought of Arcane season 1. Thanks for watching everyone, make sure to like and subscribe, and for more bad takes you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThinkStoryYT. Until next time, remember, Daddy loves you very much.